but I'm a person, and I feel like, people will like you for who you are if you are true to yourself. And
Billionaire Sheikh offers $10 million for Alex Eala's racket. Her 5-second response shocks the world. In the world of professional tennis, we are used to seeing records shattered. We are used to witnessing 150-mile-per-hour serves, 5-hour marathons, and prize money checks that look like lottery jackpots. But we have never, ever seen anything like what happened yesterday under the blazing desert sun. Imagine this. You have just played the match of your life. Your muscles are burning, the adrenaline is fading, and the roar of the crowd is overwhelming. You walk to the net, ready to pack your bag and soak in the victory. And then suddenly the stadium falls silent. A man walks onto the court, not an official, not a fan, but one of the richest men on the planet. He takes the microphone. He looks you straight in the eye and offers you $10 million. Not for a sponsorship deal, not for a commercial appearance, but for the sweaty, taped-up racket currently in your hand. This is not a movie scene. This is the moment that brought the tennis world to a standstill. This is the story of Filipino sensation Alexandra Eala, an oil billionaire named Sheikh Khalid Al Rashid, and a simple birthday wish that turned into one of the most emotional moments in sports history. Welcome back to Ace Arena Tennis, where we don't just watch the match, we feel its heartbeat. Today, we are breaking down the $10 million racket incident. The jaw-dropping offer that had security scrambling and the 5-second reply from a young champion that proved some things in life truly cannot be bought. To understand the sheer madness of this moment, we first had to talk about the atmosphere. Alexandra Eala has been on a meteoric rise. The young Filipina star, a graduate of the Rafa Nadal Academy, has been climbing the rankings, silencing critics, and carrying the hopes of an entire nation on her shoulders. She's no longer just a player. She's a phenomenon. Arriving at this tournament, Eala was laser-focused. She had just come off a grueling season, battling through qualifiers and fighting for every single point. The match in question was already making headlines before the billionaire even stepped onto the court. Eala was playing with a ferocity we hadn't seen before. Her forehand was firing like a cannon. Her court coverage seemed almost supernatural. She wasn't just winning, she was inspiring. And in the VIP box, something else was unfolding. Sheikh Khalid Al Rashid, a man whose net worth is estimated at over $50 billion, a man who owns fleets of supercars, private islands, and perhaps half the city skyline, was watching. But he wasn't focused on the scoreboard. He was watching his daughter, Aisha Al Rashid. To the world, she is an heiress to an oil empire. But yesterday, she was simply a young girl with stars in her eyes. Sources close to the family say Aisha has been battling personal health challenges. During her recovery, she found comfort in one thing: watching Alex play. She didn't just admire Eala's tennis, she adored her spirit. Eala's never-give-up attitude became Aisha's lifeline. As Eala smashed the final winner down the line to seal the match, the stadium erupted. But in the VIP box, Aisha turned to her father and whispered that all she wanted for her birthday was to hold a piece of that magic. Now, most fathers would buy a replica jersey or maybe arrange an autograph. But Sheikh Khalid Al Rashid is not most fathers. The match ended. Eala shook hands with her opponent and waved to the crowd. She wiped sweat from her brow, exhausted, probably thinking about an ice bath and a protein shake. Suddenly, the security detail near the players' bench parted like the Red Sea. A hush swept across the arena. Walking onto the court was the Sheikh himself, dressed in immaculate traditional robes, flanked by confused tournament officials who seemed too stunned to stop him. He wasn't aggressive. He was determined. He signaled for the umpire's microphone. The umpire, stunned, handed it over. The sound system crackled to life, echoing across the silent stadium. "I am a father," the Sheikh's voice boomed, deep and trembling with emotion. "And I will do anything to make my daughter happy." Eala froze. She tightened her grip on her racket, unsure whether this was a security issue or a ceremony she hadn't been informed about. The Sheikh turned toward the VIP box where his daughter stood, hands pressed against the glass. Then he turned back to the young tennis star. "Alexandra Eala," he continued, "you are an inspiration to my daughter Aisha. I would like to offer $10 million to purchase the racket you used to win today's match." A collective gasp rippled through the crowd. You could hear a pin drop. $10 million for a piece of graphite and string that might cost $300 at a sporting goods store. It is not just an item, the Sheikh pleaded, his billionaire persona fading to reveal a desperate father. It is a symbol of passion. The broadcast cameras zoomed in on Eala's face. She looked at the Sheikh. She looked at the racket in her hand, scratched from the hard court, the grip stained with sweat and effort. 5 agonizing seconds. Nobody breathed. Was she insulted? Was she calculating the conversion to Philippine pesos? Was she about to call security? $10 million changes lives. It builds hospitals. It funds entire careers. It secures generations. Most people would have handed over the racket, the shoes, and the bag for a fraction of that amount. But Alexandra Eala is different. She didn't look at the money. She looked at the humanity of the moment. She stepped toward the microphone stand. She didn't consult her agent. She didn't glance at her coach. She leaned in, her voice steady, calm, and remarkably kind. "Sir," Eala said, her voice echoing through the stadium, "your daughter's love for the game is worth more than any amount of money in the world." She paused, smiling up at the VIP box where Aisha was watching. "I cannot sell you this racket for $10 million, Eala continued, "because inspiration should not be bought. It should be shared." She then walked to the edge of the court directly below the VIP box. She signaled for Aisha to come down. Security hesitated, then helped the young girl over the railing. Eala knelt down so she was eye level with the billionaire's daughter. "This is for you," Eala said, placing the racket into Aisha's trembling hands. "For free, on one condition. You promise to keep fighting, just like I do." Aisha al-Rashid, the girl who could have anything money could buy, burst into tears. She collapsed into Eala's arms, sobbing into the tennis star's shoulder. The Sheikh, the man of oil and iron, stood in the background wiping his own eyes, completely humbled. The crowd didn't just cheer, they cried. It was a standing ovation that lasted nearly 10 minutes. Let's break down why this moment is exploding across social media right now. We live in a cynical world. We live in a world where sports is a business, where loyalty often has a price tag, and where athletes are sometimes treated like commodities. When Sheikh Khalid offered $10 million, he was operating on the logic of the world he knows. Everything has a price. If you want it, you buy it. If it's rare, you pay more. But Eala's refusal wasn't just a rejection of money. It was a redefinition of value. By refusing the $10 million, she made that racket priceless. If she had sold it, it would have been an expensive souvenir, a trophy of a transaction. By giving it away, it became a holy grail of sportsmanship. It became a symbol of the bond between an athlete and a fan. Think about the message that sends to Aisha. If her father had bought the racket, she would have learned that money can get her anything. Instead, she learned that her hero sees her, values her, and believes in her, not because of her father's wealth, but because of her own passion. Social media is calling it the billion-dollar rejection. Twitter is flooded with hashtags like Eala effect and priceless. Even financial analysts are joking that Eala may have made the worst business decision ever, but the best branding decision of her life. But was it really a bad business move? Think about it. Alexandra Eala just became a global ambassador for kindness. You can't buy that kind of public image. Her integrity just became her most valuable asset. Brands don't just want champions, they want icons. And yesterday, Eala became an icon. The story doesn't end with that emotional embrace on the court. In fact, the ripple effects of this extraordinary moment are still spreading throughout the tennis world and beyond. Alexandra Eala's journey to this point has been nothing short of remarkable, and understanding her background makes this gesture even more powerful. Born in the Philippines, Eala has had to fight relentlessly for every opportunity. She trained at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain, far from home, sacrificing time with family and friends to chase her tennis dreams. She has faced injuries, financial challenges, and the immense pressure of being her country's great hope in a sport often dominated by wealthier nations with stronger tennis infrastructures. In recent months, Eala has been climbing the WTA rankings with determination that has captured the attention of tennis legends. Her aggressive baseline game, combined with tactical intelligence beyond her years, has drawn comparisons to some of the greats. Just weeks before this incident, she scored a major upset against a top 20 player, announcing to the world that she is no longer just a prospect. She is a serious contender. The Filipino tennis community has rallied behind her, organizing viewing parties across Manila whenever she steps onto the court. Children in the Philippines are picking up rackets because of her. She isn't just playing for ranking points. She's playing for an entire generation. This context makes her decision to give away the racket even more astonishing. For someone who has had to scrape and save, who understands the value of every dollar because she has seen how hard her family worked to support her dreams, turning down $10 million isn't just generous, it's transformative. It sends a message that there are still athletes who remember where they came from, who understand that their platform is about more than personal profit.
So what happened next? Did the Sheikh simply walk away?
Reports suggest that Sheikh Khaled was so moved by the gesture that he pledged that same $10 million, not to Eala, but to a foundation for youth sports development in the Philippines in her name. While this has not been officially confirmed by his office, sources close to the family say he was deeply touched by Eala's compassion and wants to honor her spirit by investing in the next generation of Filipino athletes. The foundation would reportedly focus on building tennis facilities in underserved communities, providing equipment and coaching to children who might otherwise never have access to the sport. If this becomes reality, Eala's 5-second decision will have created a legacy far more valuable than any personal bank account. Instead of one person getting richer, thousands of children will get an opportunity. Instead of one racket sitting in a private collection, entire courts could be built. That's the multiplication of generosity. That's the kind of math that changes nations. The Philippine Tennis Association has reportedly reached out to the Sheikh's representatives to discuss potential partnerships. Coaches across the country are buzzing with excitement about the possibilities. Former Filipino players are offering their time and expertise if the foundation materializes. As for Aisha, she was seen leaving the stadium clutching that racket like it was a treasure.
She reportedly refused to let security carry it.
Witnesses say she held it tightly to her chest during the entire ride home, occasionally glancing down at it in disbelief. That racket, with its worn grip and battle scars, is now likely the most valuable piece of tennis memorabilia in the region, simply because it could not be bought. It represents something that all her father's billions could never purchase: genuine human connection. The acknowledgement from a hero that she matters not because of who her father is, but because of who she is. The Sheikh himself has been unusually quiet on social media, but those close to the family say the experience changed him. Here is a man who negotiates billion-dollar deals daily, who sits in boardrooms where fortunes are made and lost with a signature, who is used to getting whatever he wants. For the first time in perhaps decades, he encountered something money could not secure. And instead of reacting with frustration, he was humbled. He was reminded that the most precious gifts in life, love, inspiration, hope, dignity, exist outside the marketplace.
And what about Alex?
She walked off the court the same way she walked on, humble, focused, and ready for the next match. When reporters surrounded her in the mixed zone, pushing microphones toward her and asking her to explain the moment, she simply shrugged and said, "Some things are just for the heart." She refused to turn it into a publicity stunt.
She didn't post about it beforehand.
She didn't release a carefully crafted statement. She acted on instinct, guided by values instilled in her long before she ever held a professional racket. In the days since, Eala's social media following has surged. She has gained millions of new followers, with people from countries that don't even have professional tennis tours sending messages of admiration. Major brands are reportedly lining up to partner with her, not because she won a tournament, but because she demonstrated the kind of character marketers dream about. Authenticity is the most valuable currency in modern sports marketing, and Eala just proved she has it in abundance. The tennis community has responded with overwhelming support. Fellow players, from rising stars to Grand Slam champions, have posted tributes celebrating her decision. Former world number ones have called her an inspiration. The WTA even issued a statement praising her for embodying the values of sportsmanship and compassion the tour strives to represent. There is talk of honoring her with a humanitarian award at the end of the season. The tournament itself has become one of the most talked about events of the year, not because of the level of play, though it was outstanding, but because of what happened after match point. Organizers are reportedly considering commemorating the moment with a plaque on the court where Eala handed over the racket, marking it as a historic site in tennis history. There is even discussion about creating a statue capturing the embrace between Eala and Aisha, the racket between them symbolizing the bridge between athlete and admirer. Other players in the tournament have expressed admiration, though some privately admit they are unsure if they would have made the same choice. That honesty is refreshing. Not everyone is wired like Eala, and that's okay. What matters is that her example exists, reminding us that we always have a choice in how we respond, even when millions of dollars are at stake. The company that manufactured Eala's racket has also been thrust into the spotlight. They have issued statements celebrating that their equipment was part of such a meaningful moment, while being careful not to exploit it commercially. Instead, they announced donations of rackets to youth programs in the Philippines, aligning with the spirit of Eala's gesture. There is also a fascinating psychological dimension to this story. In those 5 seconds, what was going through her mind? Most people, when offered life-changing money, experience internal conflict between logic and emotion.
But Eala seemed to move beyond that.
She didn't hesitate for long.
She simply knew. That kind of moral clarity is rare.
It suggests someone who has deeply internalized her values to the point where she doesn't need to debate what is right.
She just acts.
This story also highlights the complicated relationship between wealth and happiness.
Sheikh Khalid possesses everything money can buy. Yet the one thing his daughter wanted most couldn't be purchased.
It required kindness from someone with far less wealth to give her what she truly needed.
That irony is powerful.
It reminds us that the things we cherish most, love, recognition, connection, belonging, exist beyond economics.
They can't be bought or sold.
They can only be given freely, and that's what makes them priceless. What does the future hold for Alexandra Eala? If this past week is any indication, she will continue rising.
Her ranking will climb as she collects victories. Sponsorship deals will follow.
But more importantly, she has secured something far more enduring, a legacy. Long after she retires, long after wins and losses fade from memory, this story will remain.
It will be shared in tennis clubs and living rooms.
It will inspire future athletes to remember that their influence extends far beyond the court. As for Aisha, perhaps this moment will ignite a lasting fire within her. Maybe she will pick up a racket herself. Maybe she will pursue other dreams, carrying with her the lesson that true value lies not in possessions, but in connection. Perhaps one day, when faced with her own choice between profit and compassion, she will remember the day Alexandra Eala chose kindness over cash.
This story reminds us why we watch sports.
Yes, we watch for the forehands and backhands. But we stay for the humanity. We stay for the moments when the barrier between superstar and fan disappears. We stay for the times when athletes show us they are human beings first, competitors second. Sheikh Khalid al-Rashid tried to purchase a moment. Alexandra Eala gave him a memory. And in doing so, she taught a billionaire, and all of us, a lesson we will not soon forget.
She showed us that some things cannot and should not be commodified.
She proved that inspiration is meant to be shared, not sold. She reminded us that the heart understands what the wallet never will. She demonstrated that being rich and being truly wealthy are not the same thing. What do you think? If a billionaire offered you $10 million for something meaningful yet replaceable, would you take the money or would you do what Alex did?
Be honest with yourself. There's no wrong answer.
Most of us would probably take the cash, and that's human nature. We have responsibilities, families, and dreams that require resources. But looking at Aisha's face, seeing that pure joy and gratitude, watching a moment of genuine connection unfold, maybe, just maybe, Eala made the right choice.
Maybe she understood something many of us are still learning.
Maybe she realized that the richest life isn't measured in bank balances, but in meaningful moments, in connections that count, in knowing you made someone's world a little brighter. Let me know in the comments what you would have done in her place. And if you love stories where heart triumphs over money, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the drama, passion, and glory here on Champions Tennis. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder that goodness still exists. Until next time, keep your head in the game and your heart on your sleeve.
We'll see you on the court.